Well, the Maharashtra government has released its real estate regulatory document, and it turns out that most of it has been framed to suit the industry. You as a home buyer have been left completely and utterly out in the cold. There are several problems, viewers, with this document. To give you a recap, the Real Estate Regulatory Bill was passed by Parliament earlier this year. Every state government was meant to write specific rules that will be applicable in every state. Several states have done that job. The Maharashtra government missed its deadline over and over and then finally released its rules yesterday. We took a look at the rules yesterday. We found several problems. We looked at it again today and we found worse problems. This entire set of rules are a sham, viewers. They leave massive, gaping loopholes for developers to get out of their responsibility. Massive, gaping loopholes. Scam and sham number one. The escrow account, where the developer is meant to put money that he gets and he collects from buyers, does not apply to money that has already been received. So if you have bought a home and that home has not been completed because the developer has run out of cash, there is no way to solve that problem through these rules. The government is giving the developer a clean chit to get out free. Worse still, it specifies that any loans that have been taken by the developer from banks, financial institutions, or money lenders, without definition of what a money lender is, can be paid out of this escrow account instead of focusing that money on construction. But the worst part of it all, viewers, and I'm going to take a minute to explain this to you as to why it is so horrible. It is on page number 10 of these rules, which is uploaded on the website of the government. On page number 10, it says very clearly that principal sums already paid and those payable by the developer can be taken out of this escrow account, which means that if this developer had taken a loan from his friend at some point and paid that loan back, he can now dip into that escrow account that is meant for construction and use that money. Completely making this entire set of rules void, toothless, and unable to help the home buyer. That is scam number one. Scam number two. We've known very clearly that one of the massive problems that home buyers have had is that carpet area never turns out to be what it was promised to be. On page 45 of the rules, it says very clearly, and I will read it out to you, that carpet area can be recalculated on possession. And if the carpet area turns out to be more than what was agreed, the buyer has to pay the difference in 45 days. If there is a plan that has already been approved and that plan was then sold, where is the question of the carpet area changing on possession? These are the problems that we have found, apart from several other problems in the real estate rules written by the Maharashtra government. The thin, fine, good line here, the silver lining, is that we have 14 days to give in our suggestions and objections to the Maharashtra government, and there are many suggestions and objections, and I invite you viewers, especially those of you who are suffering from problems that you have had when buying homes, to pick up the phone and call us and tell us what those problems are, and we will include it in suggestions and objections that we will send to the Maharashtra government. But today in the studio with me is Uday Vavikar, the president of the Consumer Court Bar Association of Mumbai. Ramesh Prabhu is the chairman of the Maharashtra Housing Welfare Association. Aditya Pratap is an advocate with the Mumbai High Court. Shirish Deshpande belongs to the Fight for RERA group. He's also the chairman of Mumbai Grahak Panchayat. Rajan N. Bandelkar is the vice president west of Naredco. And Harshad Bhabde is an advocate with the High Court who has been studying these rules very carefully.